Hiya guys, this is me, Wallace maybe, in here with a special report. And I can't believe it. And it's been the most hellacious, gigantonormous, heart-shaking, earthquaking 96 hours in the professional wrestling world we have all witnessed. First, it was Money in the Bank, where Asuka won the Money in the Bank contract on Money in the Bank briefcase, but the following night, Becky Lynch announced she was pregnant and will be taking a hiatus, so therefore, revealed to Asuka that inside the briefcase was not the contract, but the actual Raw Women's title belt. Therefore, Becky Lynch relinquished her title that she won 1 year ago at WrestleMania 35 Fire and Ice, and declaring Asuka the new champion. Enter Asuka the new Raw Women's champion. That's the most shocking news. And Becky Lynch pregnant, about to be a mom. The second only news is Seth Rollins using Julie Arthur irates on Rey Mysterio. One a poke, one a haymaker. And the third day, we had the tribal cast of Back to the Future 2020. Not only Impact Wrestling on Twitch, but watching WrestleMania 3 on FS1 and watching Hagler versus Leonard. And the following night, last night, we had Justice Earthquake 2020, for the reveal of a big announcement where In Your House is back, baby, in NXT TakeOver style. The announcement on June the 7th. NXT TakeOver, or In Your House, will be live on the WWE Network. That'll be 3 days after the June 4th Mega Show. Yes, and we'd like to thank all 3 brands of entertainment for making our 2 shows in the last 2 days possible. I want to say congratulations. Domo arigato gozaimashita. And now, let's get to our upcoming event. And I am proud to announce the main event of the June 4th Mega Show. And because of what happened, and Asuka winning a white briefcase 1 day later, and then reveal the title belt, not a contract in that white briefcase. That same briefcase will be held up, and it will contain a contract for a guaranteed title opportunity, and it will be suspended above the ring inside a water park of Zevo Super Mall. And it will be decided in the first ever Money in the Bank Apocalypto match. Now let me tell you what this is. The first 12 competitors will start, and everybody can come in just as Tag Team Apocalypto and Total Nonstop Deletion has showed us. Anybody can come in. And I will announce the first 12 participants in the Apocalypto match. Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, the Brutal Hawaiian, Kona Crush, former Women's Champion of the World, Sable, Made in the USA, Lex Luger, one of Tori Wilson's rivals, Dawn Marie, Earthquake, 472 pounds. Tori Wilson, the 4-time Intercontinental Champion Razor Ramon, the bad guy Chico. The blonde bombshell Kelly Kelly. The mighty Yokozuna, 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, either at 567 pounds or 641 pounds. The man who rules the world. Also a former 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Psycho Sid. And finally, Mrs. Perfect, Eve Torres, former 3-time Divas Champion. Then the only stipulation is to go corridor to corridor, promenade to promenade, and shop by shop, hallway to hallway, until you reach the water park, and there's a ring set up. The objective is to get a ladder, place it in the middle of the ring, and grab that money in the briefcase to win the match. And that winner will win a guaranteed title opportunity that he or she can cash in at any time over the next 12 months. And so that's the main event. And now we proceed to the announcement of the co-main event of the evening for the June 4th Mega Show. The co-main event of the June 4th Mega Show will be the first ever Antarctic Frontier of Anarchy match, which will pit 2 teams of 7 with all 14 wrestlers carrying a weapon of their choice. And the Antarctic Frontier of Anarchy match, I'll give you a hint. It is not going to be surrounded by chicken wire, like in a barn. It's not going to be surrounded by 2 miles of chain, like in the Elimination Chamber. It's not going to be surrounded by chain link fence, which they usually use in a 15-foot high steel cage. Or it's not going to be surrounded by classical blue or black wrought iron bars, like a classical steel cage in the 80s and 90s. Nor is it going to be surrounded by bamboo, like they use in a Punjabi prison match. It'll be surrounded by bulletproof plexiglass. And it's going to be a war game style match. Team Impact Wrestling will comprise of the Impact World Champion Tessa Blanchard, Impact X Division Champion Willie Mack, Impact Knockouts Champion Jordan Grace, Rich Swann, the legendary Ken Shamrock, Eddie Edwards, and Taya Valkyrie. And on the other side of the bracket, we will have the champion. And the 4 other teammates, they're going to come from Team Filthy. Filthy Tom Lawler, Eric Stevens, Dominic Guarini, and King Mo. Let me explain for you the rules of the War Games match. First of all, 2 participants and 2 teams will battle 2 teams will battle in the Antarctic Frontier of Fury, which will consist of 7 periods. Two teams will battle in the Antarctic Frontier of Anarchy, which will consist of 7 each team will consist of 7 team members. And it'll be a War Games match, ECW style, Ultimate Jeopardy. One man from each team will begin the match. At the conclusion of the first period, the head referee will then flip a coin. The team winning the coin toss will gain the advantage by sending a second team member into the war zone. By sending the second team member into the Antarctic Frontier of Fury for a 2-on-1 situation, and will maintain that advantage to the majority of the match. At the conclusion of the second period, the disadvantaged team will send their second guy in, evening a matchup at 2-on-2. Teams alternate during remaining periods until all 14 wrestlers are in the Antarctic Frontier of Anarchy. At that point, the match beyond begins. Since this is Ultimate Jeopardy, the only way to win the match beyond is by pinfall, submission, or surrender. No countouts, no disqualifications. Official time will be kept at ringside. Head referee will have final say in the War Games match. And this is Ultimate Jeopardy, a match no one can afford to lose. Yes, you got that right, Ultimate Jeopardy, a match no one can afford to lose. We'll start on the Impact side. If Willie Mack or Rich Swann lose, they must split up as a team forever. What an unusual situation that will be. If Ken Shamrock loses, he must retire. Oh goodness, that'll be an unusual. That'll could be a career win for Shamrock if he loses. Oh my goodness. And if Eddie Edwards loses, then the MLW representative that defeats him will go out with Alicia Edwards for 30 days. And if Jordan Grace loses, she will have to relinquish her Impact Knockouts Championship. If Taya Valkyrie loses this match, then her manager Johnny Bravo will be locked in the Antarctic Frontier of Anarchy for 5 minutes with Team Injustice and Team Filthy. And how about this? If Tessa Blanchard loses, she will lose the Impact World Championship to an MLW representative that defeats her. this is something she may not be able to handle well. Because she's the champ. She's putting all on the line in the Antarctic Frontier of Fury to show that she is the pound for pound best wrestler in the world. And now, on to Team MLW. If any member of Team Injustice loses this match, and Myron Reed will give up his MLW World Middleweight title, and that they will leave MLW forever en route to Impact Wrestling. That'll be unusual turn of events. They will switch allegiances from MLW to Impact Wrestling if they lose. How about this last stipulation? If Filthy Tom Lawler or any member of Team Filthy loses this match, then, and only then, Filthy Tom Lawler could be bald. That's right, they can shave his head if Team Filthy loses. Oh my god, like a cue ball. Like an 8 ball. Like one of the Three Stooges. Golly, you know what I mean? So that is the stipulations for the co-main event, the Antarctic Frontier of Anarchy match, War Games, Ultimate Jeopardy style, on the June 4th Mega Show. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will now return to our regular, return to regular programming as follows. Nathan's Coliseum video fans, get ready for the first episode of Nathan's Coliseum video KO Nation. And Weekly Wallace fans, just grab a seat and you better buckle up, because we're going for a ride on the second episode of Thursday Night Fights. Dreamland World Weekly and Sports Channel America fans are waiting for the second installment of All-Star Wrestling. Well, you got it tonight. Get ready. Dreamland World Weekly. Sports Channel All-Star Wrestling is coming to you shortly. And GFW fans, tonight is GFW Amped Episode 6. And yes, it'll feature the tournament. And to decide the finalists for the GFW Global title, the most premier title in Autistic Chojin Wrestling history. And who will be the finalists in the first of that quadruple main event? We will all find out. Because one thing is for certain, Alberto El Patron or Alberto Del Rio will not be a part of the tournament. Yeah, he's going to be replaced, by certain someone, and I believe that says it all. Get ready for tonight, folks. You don't want to miss it. And that concludes the special report from Nathan Wallace, baby.